Hello friends, my name is Dr. Vinay Singh. I am running for Assembly in California Assembly District 10. I have vision to make California great again, and I need your support to transform my vision into reality. To support my vision to make California great again, you may please visit my website at drsinghforassembly.com. You can go there and comment, contribute and support. I really want to hear from you. Even a donation of $1 from you will greatly support my campaign, Make California Great Again. Today, I am going to discuss why am I running for election. So before making a decision, I had a lot of discussion in my mind and I debated myself why should I run for election, because there are two types of job. One type of job is unelected office job, and you can get that job based on merit and there is no need to do hard work and you can make more money there. And there is other kind of job which is elected office job, and for elected office job you have to win the election, and for winning election you have to do very hard work, and you should have huge amount of money to reach to the people, and that money is not returnable. You cannot get that money back. And apart from that, that office needs a candidate who can win the heart of public, heart of voters, and therefore the person should have qualities like saint. Means he should possess the qualities such as politeness, humbleness, tolerant, high integrity, character higher than above, character I mean better than crowd, better than general public. Person should be dedicated to country, selfless, and he should be dedicated, or his life should be dedicated only for public without expecting any return for that service. So based on all these qualities, I thought many times should I run for election or not, but finally I made a decision, and I took a decision that I should run for election. And why I made that decision to run for election, so I will explain you here. So first let's go to the India. India is largest democracy in world, but it is most corrupt democracy in world. Why? Because here what happens in India, there is a corrupt democracy, because that corrupt democracy has its three branches. They are corrupt executive branch, corrupt legislative branch, and corrupt judicial branch. So why they are corrupt? Because they bribe each other to avoid check and balance, and therefore the officials working under these offices, they misuse the power and they make huge amount of money through unlawful activities, and also taking money or bribe from the citizen for doing the illegal work. And this is because the legislative branch, it has become corrupt because it wants to be always in power, run the country, and for that they need huge amount of money to win an election, and that huge amount of money can only be got through corruption, or they collect the money either from both the branches, executive branch and judicial branch, and they allow them to do unlawful act and allow them to involve into corrupt practices, and they also involved into corrupt practices and take bribe from the citizen also. And every government project they have fixed commission, and that way they amass huge amount of money, they spend that money in election and win the election, and again this cycle goes on. So therefore these three branches are corrupt, and also citizens are very corrupt. If you are rich, you can get anything done. For example, if you have murdered someone, and if you have money, you can pay that money to the investigation officer, and that investigation officer will settle down everything. He will distribute that money from bottom to top and to judges, and he will make sure that you are acquitted from all the charges. So therefore it is what happening there. So every citizen and every government officer, they are corrupt, and therefore people are suffering. And this head of corrupt government is the Prime Minister. He is part of corrupt executive, and also he is part of corrupt legislative, and he has superpower, and he is above constitution, and it is because he controls the Central Investigation Agency. And Central Investigation Agency has power to hire and fire the director or anyone working under that Central Investigation Agency. And since everyone is corrupt, so everyone fears from the investigation agency, because they know that they can go to jail anytime. So they are controlled by investigation agencies, and investigation agency is controlled by Prime Minister. So that way every citizen, every branches of democracy, oppositions and media, all are controlled by Prime Minister, and it has become kind of a dictatorship. So even citizen can bribe anyone, and investigation agencies also, and they can get rid of any charges. But if you will speak against government, then there will be problem. So now let us discuss what is the impact of corrupt democracy. So in corrupt democracy, corrupts will run the country, or rich people, only rich people can win, and they will run the country, and then they will collect huge amount of money through corrupt practices, and then you don't see development on ground, and country will land into debt. Every year country gets debt from World Bank, and those money, they are wasted on corrupt practices, and that goes to the richest people, and those people, they send their money to some country where their money is safe, like in Swiss bank. So what is going on there in India? Rich is becoming richer, poor is becoming poorer, and people are suffering. People are suffering from hunger, crime, homelessness, poor health and poor education. And the most important thing is that law in India is kept of rich people. It means law is not applicable to rich people, because they have money and they can pay that money to corrupt officers, and they can get rid of any charges, and they are never punished. So in 2007 I formed a non-government organization named Anti-Corruption Army to fight against corruption, and I started a movement against corruption. And in 2013, from all over the India, all the people, all the NGOs who were fighting against corruption, they came together, and we had a very big movement in 2013 against the corrupt government. And in 2014 we were able to change the government, and a new government was formed in 2014. But we were shocked to know that the new government is more corrupt than previous government, because they have diluted all the anti-corruption law. And if any person or any opposition or any media, if they speak against government corruption, they are put into jail, because the Prime Minister controls the investigation agency, and through investigation agency he files the sedition charges against the people who speaks against corruption of the government, and that sedition charges are non-bailable, and people will be in the jail forever before starting their trial. So everyone fears from the Prime Minister there is horror and no one speaks against the Prime Minister. And therefore, the Prime Minister basically has become the dictator, and government is become authoritarian and totalitarian government and most corrupt government. And more than that, what is happening there is handful of richest people, they have extra constitutional power, even they are unelected, but they have power more than Prime Minister because they control all the resources of India like land, food, medical, port, airport, railways, seaport, mining, oil, everything they control. And 1% of richest people of India, they basically have the wealth of equal to 99% of Indian. So Prime Minister knows that if these people, if he will not work under these people will switch to opposition and they will fund opposition, then the Prime Minister will be no longer a Prime Minister. So Prime Minister is so greedy, he wants to be Prime Minister forever, and therefore he needs money, fund for his party. And in India there is no limitation on funding of the election money, and anyone can fund unlimited amount of money. And these richest people, they have lot of wealth and they fund Prime Minister, and therefore they control the Prime Minister. So basically in India election is there, but actual ruler are the richest people of India, and therefore democracy is not working as expected. So to see if such kind of democracy is also in other countries, I extended my study in neighboring countries of India such as Nepal, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Malaysia, Egypt, South Africa, and I came to know that all these countries are also working on the same principle of corrupt democracy, because they need huge amount of money for election, and that money can be only collected through the corrupt practices, can be gathered through act of corrupt practices, and that money they invest even in election, and they don't care if that money can be returned or not, because that is collected from illegal activity and from the people and from the government tax money, which was basically which should have been spent on the development work, but that money goes into the politicians' pocket and they spend money to win an election. So later now I extended my study to 30 more countries, including the richest country of West and including America, to see if they are practicing the good democracy or not. And I was surprised to know that even in America the democracy is becoming the corrupt democracy, and that day is not far away when handful of richest people of United States of America will control President and Senate and Congress, and it will become really a dictative country. Dictatorship will be applied on the United States of America very soon, because only rich people will control, and instead of solving the problem of general public, they will work for their self-interest and they will force their own rules and regulation, and they will control the public, and we have to be under their dictatorship. So what is the solution for this if we want to avoid corrupt democracy and land into dictatorship? So what is the solution of this? So I thought on this very much, and finally I decided to run for election, and I am running for election to fix two most important issues. One is the corrupt democracy. I am here to fix the corrupt democracy. For that reason I am running election. And second task I am going to do is to fix the failed education system, so that every citizen can get good education and they become part of workforce, and they will completely understand that the most divisive and most vicious factors such as ethnicity and religion, they can divide our country, and they should not become part of these two vicious factors. So here, before concluding this video, I have a question for you. So based on what I have discussed here, if you don't have huge amount of money, or if you don't have art of begging, and you are not able to collect huge amount of donation either, so you are not fit for running the election. So is it good for country? Or let us say that we have lot of talented people, they have leadership quality and they have other qualities required to win the election, such as politeness, humbleness, dedication to country, highest integrity, selfless, and all other requirement a saint has. If someone possesses those qualities but they don't have money, so are they not allowed to run for election, or they should not allowed to win the election? But in this scenario they cannot win the election, because to reach the people the first requirement is huge amount of money. So what is the solution for that? Do you have any solution? How we can make sure that a person without having a money or without having art of begging, and if he cannot collect huge amount of money but he has all other qualities to win an election, so how he can launch his campaign and how he will win? So you can provide your comments and your solution, but in my next video you can see the solution, how can I fix the corrupt democracy. So you wait for my next video. How do you like about this video? You can please let me know, and you can please share, comment, like, contribute and subscribe. Thank you.